surprise.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Here, I'm going on a little adventure. Care to tag along?
I'd love to, but do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
No, of course. Bring them on.
Well, what are you most excited about today?
My little adventure and also being asked all these questions.
Okay. Well, it's 2017. What are you most looking forward to in this new year?
Graduation and trying new things.
Okay. And what's a new skill you've just picked up?
Muay Thai.
Okay. Who would be the ideal person you want to work with in the future?
I think someone who is collaborative, creative, and also a little bit challenging.
Okay. And what's your worst habit?
I lose things.
What's your best habit?
I find things.
Oh. And what's the biggest surprise you've ever received?
My sister organized my 20th birthday party.
What's one cause you feel very passionate about?
Equality.
What is something you found funny that others don't?
People falling over on ice.
I think that's funny.
So
And what's the best feeling?
making other people happy.
If you could write your own autobiography, what would you call it?
I'm allergic to nuts, so I would call it May Contain Nuts.
And what person, dead or alive, would you love to have dinner with?
Rihanna.
Okay. Same question then. Who would you like to create something creative with?
Beyonce.
Okay. What's your spirit animal?
Orcas.
How have you changed after coming back to university from placement?
I'm more motivated, more organized, and more analytical.
And where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Creating memorable and meaningful content.
What do you wish for yourself in the next 10 years?
Happiness throughout life.
Who do you look up to?
My mother.
And what's your life motto?
Mind over matter.
Okay. What song do you know every word to?
I think Happy Birthday, but I also know how to slay a pretty good, or I know how to sing a really good Nicki rap as well.
Oh, Nikki, hey?
Yeah, do you want me to show you?
I would love to.
Okay. I got it. Give me 2 seconds. Pull up in the monster automobile gangster with the bat that came from Sri Lanka. With the I know the rest. I'm just a little bit shy at the moment, but it's my go-to shower song.
No, that was very impressive.
Thank you. I try.
What's your biggest learning experience in life so far?
I think moving abroad taught me a lot of things.
Huh. And what country have you visited last?
Scotland. Scotland?
And what country would you want to visit?
Argentina, for the Argentines.
What would you like to bring to, or what would you bring with you on a one-way trip to Mars?
I think my best friend.
And name one thing you can't live without.
Music.
What's your favorite color?
Blue, as you can tell. Don't look down there, but as you can tell up here.
And who do you look up to in the current marketing profession?
Leo Raymond. He's the CEO of Grey. And I think what he has done with his agency is very inspiring, and I aspire to do something like him.
And what brand do you think creates the best content?
Being Swedish, I would say IKEA, just because it's always very homey content, and I like their tone of voice and how they embrace the whole everyday living.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
And what historical person would you want to have tea with?
I would say Nelson Mandela.
Okay. And what historical person would you have a cocktail with?
Oscar Wilde.
Good answer.
Thank you.
What's your favorite app?
Spotify.
And what's your favorite website?
YouTube.
What's your favorite kind of content?
I would say podcasts. I like the intimacy of it. People get up really close into your ear. It's very nice.
And what's your favorite thing to eat?
Edamame.
What's the worst thing you have ever eaten?
Chicken hearts.
What was your chicken hearts?
Chicken hearts.
And what was your first job like?
I worked for 7-Eleven when I was 14, and I was selling cigarettes to famous people in Sweden, which was very nerve-wracking, but also very entertaining.
And what is the most important thing you've learned from working?
I think patience and determination. gets you pretty far.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Any Rihanna song, from work to old stuff, anything.
And what's the first thing you did this morning?
I drank a glass of water.
Could you describe yourself in 3 words using your initials?
I'm talented, I'm organized, and I'm motivated.
And what's the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Just be yourself and you'll go far.
What's your favorite holiday?
I would say Christmas,
And what's your favorite season?
spring.
What's the best activity to do on a rainy day?
I would say to cuddle or to draw. Torn.
If you could switch life with one person, who would that person be?
It would be Miss Beyonce Knowles.
Okay. And what's the last book you read?
Dorian Gray.
What was the last book you read because everybody else was reading it?
I think either 50 Shades or Girl on the Train.
What makes you smile the most?
I think my friends, my family, and my boyfriend.
What's your favorite thing in the world?
I think the internet.
And what's the cutest thing in the world?
Old people.
They are cute.
They're
What
very
was the last song you listened to on your phone?
It was, I think it was Work by Rihanna, actually.
And what song could you always dance to?
Any Ariana Grande song.
If you could have one superpower, what would that superpower be?
I think shapeshifting.
Okay. What's your kryptonite?
Accidentally scratching other people, I get really uncomfortable, but I think, yeah, scratching someone is not.
And what's your guilty pleasure?
I like to sing in public, like I just did back there, but I usually do it better. But I like to sing in public.
What's the moment you felt most proud of yourself?
When I got my placement, when I got my placement.
And what's your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness, I would say, is that I don't know. I can't think of a big weakness that I have. Do you have any idea?
Well, I think you can get a bit emotional.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. When I see emotional content or anything that's creative, I usually cry, and that's my biggest weakness.
What skills have you still got to master?
I would say Arabic or any form of language.
What's one thing you're afraid of?
Snakes.
What would be your last meal?
I think anything that my grandma makes. She's an amazing cook.
Last TV show you binge watched?
Skam, which is a Norwegian show that's really, really good.
And what's the best thing on the internet?
I would say the people.
And the worst thing on the internet?
The people.
Why did you choose to study marketing?
I like the creative aspect of it, and also because I wanted to do business, but I thought I wanted to do something more creative, and then I thought marketing would be the best option, and I've learned a lot from it, so I'm very happy that I
And why do you think you're a perfect marketing graduate?
did. Because I can describe myself using the 4 C's. I am collaborative, creative, cultured, and connected.
If you were a food, what would you be?
I would be feta cheese, because it makes everything better. Cheesy, right?
And the last question. What's in that bag?
I mean, you guys will find out soon. It's locked. Well, thank you.
Well, I guess no one will know what's in that bag.
Well, one day.